Sit yourself down and talk to me. Tell me what's on your mind. That's what a lot of y'all need to do. Y'all need to learn how to communicate, learn how to talk to people, learn how to have tough conversations. That's what's missing, because when we don't converse, when we don't talk about our problems, when we don't, talk to each other, then we resort to violence, acting weird, being strange, avoidance, and none of that is healthy. None of those things are healthy. What is healthy is communication, having a conversation. And part of communication is knowing how to speak to people, knowing how to talk to people, learning the right time to have a conversation. If you see somebody is already visibly frustrated, that may not be the time to be talking about something. Hey, I want to have a deep conversation with you. Like, no. Now, I know some conversations that you have to have, there will never be a perfect time. But I'm just saying, like, if you see somebody visibly upset, visibly frustrated, that may not be the time to have a hard conversation. How you speak to people. It's not always what you say, it's how you say it. One of the things we teach our kids is you can come to us about anything. You can talk to us about anything. You can tell us about anything, anybody, including ourselves, as long as you do it with respect and you are very mindful on how you say what it is that you're saying. Because you should be able to say whatever and say what it is that's bothering you without somebody getting upset or offended. And that's another big thing we have to do. We have to resist the urge of being offended, of being defensive, because it's easy to do. I have done it. Somebody comes to you with something and your first line is defense, it's offense, when most times we just need to listen, take it in, and just try to see something from the other person's perspective. I don't know, a few months ago, my best friend, she was telling me something that just blew my mind, and it was something so simple, but we were talking about something, and she was like, okay, let's role play. Let's put you in that person's shoes. Now, how would you have handled it? And I literally did it. Like, I literally put that thing in my mind like I was role playing, because I'm telling her about something somebody did or how they feel about something. She's like, okay, so let's just put yourself in that spot. And how would you react? And I'm like, oh my goodness. Now I understand how this person feels, because I literally try to put myself in their shoes. We need to do that sometimes. And I think that can help us not be so defensive and offended about every little thing. We need to resist offense, okay? We need to reject it, because that's when pride sets in and all that other stuff. We just need to learn how to communicate. And it's okay if you don't know how to communicate, because a lot of times for us growing up, we didn't really get a chance to say how we felt. We didn't get a chance to, nobody cared about your opinion. What opinion? So a lot of us are at 30s, 40s, 50s, some people in 60s still don't have it. Now, I will say, one thing I love about older people, they know how to communicate. Now, they may not always say stuff the best way, but it's not going to be a secret whatever they feel. Like, they going to let you know, hey, I didn't like that. Hey, you shouldn't have wore that. Whatever. Older people will let you know. And that's what I love and respect about it. But now, a lot of people, you got to try to guess, wonder. First of all, we're too old at this big age to try to have to wonder and figure out how somebody feels. No, it's your responsibility to express how you feel. That's nobody's job but you. That's a personal thing. That's for everybody. If something is bothering me, it's not for my neighbor to try to figure out what's wrong with me. It's for me to express it, or find a way to conceal it where I'm not taking my emotions out on innocent people. Okay? So we just really need to learn how to communicate. And if you don't know how to communicate, we have the World Wide Web. There is a class for everything. You can Google communication classes, conflict resolution classes. I promise you, somebody has one. And you probably can get it for free or a little of nothing, but that is so big, because how we communicate, we're teaching the next generation. You already see the next generation, what it's looking like. They be trying to unalive each other over every little thing. They're not talking. They're not trying their problems. They're not going to their friends saying, hey friend, da da da. They just being violent. And that's not what we want. We want to break the cycle. Okay? So learn how to communicate in